A subscriber asked me, hey, I want different side chaining, so I've got a drop, and then I want a heavier side chain for the second part of the drop, etc. But you want to use the same drums. That gets a little confusing. I kind of don't even really know how to do that, like how to make it heavier. But this technique that I will show you will be able to, help you have two side chains going, so you have more control over your track. I've been doing this for the past 3 of my songs, so my intro's got a different side chain to my drop. Yeah, so basically I have a little example here. I started a fresh template to be able to show you guys exactly how to set this up. So I only just use simple super saws just because they're easy to hear when you got a sidechain triggering. So let's just pretend that this is my intro, okay? And I've got a whole bunch of cool shit happening. And I want to sidechain it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to send the drums obviously into kick and snare, whatever. And then we're going to send those into a drum bus. So we'll probably go intro, drum, bus. Make it the same color. And I'll group it just so it's easy to see. Okay, so then we're going to go bang into the bus, bang into the bus, and take these out of the master. Okay? So now we need to make a sidechain bus. So we'll also call this intro side chain bus. We'll also make that red. We'll group it. Okay, there you go. So you should be able to see this now, right? So then we're going to go the intro drum bus into the sidechain bus. No, hold on. You go intro drums into the master, these into the bus. Yep, the sidechain into the master. And then whatever you want to get sidechained to those drums, you send to this sidechain bus. So, another quick thing too is we're going to throw so this is after you do your EQing and stuff. We're going to throw in a peak controller on the kick and the snare. Okay, then we're going to get our super saws. We're going to go intro saws, this color as well. Okay, there we go. Intro saws. Now I hope I'm not going too fast for you, but we're then going to put this into the mixer. There we go, number 5. Intro saws, and we want number 5 to go into into here, sorry, into sidechain bus. Okay, so now we should have this. Okay, cool, you're nice and organized. We're then going to go into this sidechain bus. We're going to chuck a Through EQ2. We're going to click presets, 3 bands. Okay, you then want to play again, listen to your kick with the EQ on it and the snare. Find where the most important frequency is of that kick and snare. So I'm going to loop this. So we're going to come back into our sidechain EQ. We're going to put the first node, which is going to be the kick node, onto about 137. Doesn't have to be exact. So 136. I'll do same thing. Snare. Okay. 1191. So we're going to come back into the sidechain bus. The second node is going to be on 1191. 1192 will do. So let's take a listen. Okay. Now, pay attention. The first node is controlled by this little notch here. So I'm going to come into it, right click, link to controller. We're going to go bang, kick intro, peak. Okay, make sure you you pick the kick. We're going to go inverted, and we're going to go 0.5. Now I think I've done this tutorial before. I don't know why 0.5, but then you just go enter, accept. Snare, exact same thing. right click the second node, link to controller, snare, peak, bang, inverted, 0.5, and there we should now be sidechaining. It's not really sidechaining, it's called ducking, sorry, but yeah, same shit these days, I guess. Okay, so that's cool. You've got that ducking in your intro, and then you go, man, but hang on, I want to get to the drums, the drop, and I want it to be heavier drums and the sidechain to be, you know, different, so it's not all controlled by these drums. Guys, it's as easy as doing the exact same thing, but you just make a second bus. So you go drop sidechain, right? Drop sidechain. We want to create the group, and the exact same thing, guys. The drop sidechain is going into the master. You can make yourself a little bus. So drop drums, change color. We'll create a group. Boom. And we're going to put these into here, out of the master, into here, out of the master. Okay. So then we're going to get our saws. We're going to clone. Okay. We're going to go into a new mixer track. This is very important. You've got to go to a new one. So drop saws. Also make that blue. And this is going to be the same thing. This is going to go into the drop sidechain, out of the master. Alright. So then you just copy, come into here, paste. Use the colors and stuff to your advantage, guys. Like don't get yourself confused and lost. So look at that. And we're going to go blue for drop saws. And guys, the exact same thing. We're going to come into the bus, the drop bus, EQ. We're going to go a 3-notch free band preset. Drums, peak controller, a peak controller. And just to save time, I'll just say it's around here. Now we're going to go link to controller. This time we've got to look, drop kick, peak, inverted. Now for a heavier sidechain, I think you could leave it as one input. Let's try that. Link to controller. That's why you have to always label them like nice and like, organized, because then you can't get confused when you come to this drop down menu here. So that's why I've got snare drop, snare intro. Can't get confused. Snare drop, peak. Same thing. We're going to go inverted, leave it on 1. Enter. Let's take a listen to that. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Yep. So we can't do that. Back into here. We're going to go 0.5. Bang. This one. Back into here. 0.5. Now, see, there you go. 2 different sidechains for one track. So whatever's going to get sidechained in the drop, you put it into the drop sidechain bus, intro sidechain bus, and you can do this for however many you want. You can do it for the build up, you can do it for the outro if you have different drums, whatever. But the question that I was trying to answer is he wanted a heavier sidechain for the second part. I don't exactly know how you're going to get it heavier. There might be some little things you can tweak in the controller. So like the 0.5, maybe you can go 0.4 and it goes even it drops down even further. You have to experiment. But a simple tip is just changing the drums will make it seem like it sounds heavier to the listener. So this comes to this and it already sounds heavier just because of the changed drums. So yeah, dude, I hope that answered your question or helped, and I hope it helps anyone else out there who's struggling with trying to get two different sidechains. I know I was trying to learn how to do this for ages, so this is a nice little trick. So just remember, tip, stay organized, make buses, and you'll be fine. All right, peace.